Robin, do you want to do rebuttals or no?
I feel like the format is kind of, there's like no time. There's 30 seconds per question and 15-second rebuttals. Just kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, we're gonna modify this. So
I feel
we'll
like,
do
yeah,
60-second responses, and then if anybody has a rebuttal, we'll just open the floor up for 30 seconds. Does that sound good?
that sounds fine.
Okay. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. Each person will get a chance to speak for 60 seconds, and then there'll be a chance for rebuttals at the end. So let's go ahead and kick things off. So we'll start off with some of our candidates on stage. I'd like to welcome Snake Lord, Scuba Dive Danny, Gray's Revenge, and Knott's Feelings. We'll start off from left to right. So Snake Lord, you will have a chance to make an opening statement.
All right. I just want to thank everyone here for letting me do this and voting me onto this ballot, supporting me. My goal when running for Senate is to open up the Senate chambers, I guess, to people so that you can reach out to a senator and have your ideas put on the Senate floor, because I feel like it's an issue right now where if you have an idea, you can go to a senator, right? But the odds that they'll accept
10
it or
seconds.
even consider it is very low. So I just want to change that. Thank you.
Scuba?
Yeah, hello. Along the same lines, I just want to thank everyone for voting me and allowing me to speak tonight. And the reason why I'm running is to give new people a chance to get involved with Ridgeway. Open up the doors. It's time to let the old guard rest and let new people take charge. You have my time.
Grays?
All right, hello, esteemed citizens of Ridgeway. I'm Gray's Revenge, and I appreciate that you guys have gotten me to the runoffs. I'd like to say that none of these candidates have stated any policies. I'm going to work against corruption and getting employee rights for everyone in the departments, and also work on our civil rights. Those are areas that we struggle in right now, and I feel it's important that a senator that will work for you guys will get those policies sorted. God bless you all.
Knott's Feelings?
Hello. I'm the only one who has actually stopped corruption before. So surely that is something to be considered. I think that new Ridgeway is going to be a lot better than old Ridgeway. We have a DO that cares, but we need a legislature that matches and wants to bring progress back, not just sit around and legislate the same 3 problems over and over.
Okay, thank you, candidates. So we'll go ahead and get started on the questions that we have prepared for you tonight. So contrasting the governor debate, candidates do not have any questions that they were able to prepare for. All of these questions will be brand new questions to them, and we will go down the list in the same list in order that we started with the opening statements. So this question will start off with Snake Lord, and then we'll let all 4 candidates speak for 30 seconds afterwards if they have any rebuttals. So this question is, what qualities do you believe are essential for a leader in Ridgeway, and in what ways do you possess those qualities? Please elaborate.
So for a leader in general, I believe that they should be open to the public, have many ideas, but also be accepting towards new ideas, right? Obviously corruption has been a problem in the past for Ridgeway, so really want to crack down on that. But besides from that, I mean, we can work together to fix these little issues that people can experience, like you're trying to get into law. I can understand that some of these law definitions are like a little bit long, but not about the long, but like complicated. One of them used like I forgot now, but basically we want open and just have a Senate that people can talk to and share ideas with. Thank you.
Does anybody have a rebuttal to that?
I don't.
Hearing none,
I
seeing
certainly
none.
do.
Scuba,
I certainly do, Mr.
I have a rebuttal. I
Moderator.
have a rebuttal too. I have a rebuttal.
I am
you
highly
have 30
concerned.
seconds.
Let me go for it. Hey, stop.
I'm highly concerned about the fact that Snake Lord
I'm
has
first.
committed a
I'm
felony. Stop yelling at me. Be quiet.
We're gonna
I'm
open the
highly
floor for
concerned
1
about the
minute.
fact
1 minute.
that Mr. Snake Lord has committed a felony and is refusing to acknowledge it. I think that Mr. Snake Lord needs to get a grip here and withdraw from the race, like his constituents demand him to.
Grays, do you have any comments to make?
I agree. There's a felon that is standing on this stage tonight. I'd just like to point that out to the public.
Like 6 feet away. It's scary.
Yeah, it is. I'm actually shivering my
shaking in my
timbers right
boots.
now. Yeah, I'm shivering my timbers.
Look,
I have a
guys, he's
feeling
right next
I
to
might-
me, alright? I
I
might
might
be
get
first.
I might get stabbed at any moment. I'm scared.
Danny is the sacrifice.
Please,
I'm not
please,
legit in
send
the
help.
line of fire.
Send help.
Okay, moving on. Scuba Dive, it is your chance to answer the question. Would you like me to repeat that for you?
Nah, I think I got it pretty much memorized. So I want to say, being a leader in Ridgeway is pretty simple. You need to lead by example, like what I'm doing right here. All right. Not many people know me here, and that's okay. I was only a small part of the old Ridgeway, but this is the new Ridgeway, and it's time for me to step forward and lead these people who may have not even heard of the community before. Get new faces in here. That's very important. I've seen a lot of old faces, but barely any new faces, and I really want to emphasis on that because this community has a possibility of dying if not. Right, you got your hardcore fans, your hardcore players, but then you also got new people that we really do need to occupy these department spots and maybe get into some leadership positions. That's all I want to say. I'll yield the rest of my time.
Okay, does anybody have any rebuttals for that? Hearing none, seeing none, we'll move on to the next person. So that'll be Gray's Revenge. Would you like me to repeat the question?
Yeah, can you repeat it?
The question was, what
I'm slow.
qualities do you believe are essential for a leader in Ridgeway, and in what ways do you possess those qualities? Please elaborate.
Okay, so I think some universal qualities that are good for leaders. It's not just related to Ridgeway, but it's having good communication, integrity, and commitment. Especially as a senator, it's important that I work with people, especially our friends in the Jewish community. It's very important that we help all each other and vote. I would have liked to point out that the person to my left is quite frightening to me because he is wearing a Free Palestine shirt. I'm also scared because of that.
Would anybody like to rebuttal?
I certainly would.
Okay, you have
40 seconds. 40 seconds.
Just today, Mr. Grays, the nation of France, well-respected international leader, recognized the state of Palestine, and the nation of Canada issued a condemnation of Israel's blockade of critical aid to the Palestinian people. If you cannot stand up for, people who are at their worst moment, how can we expect you to stand up as a senator and help our citizens?
I am Jewish though, so I feel like I'm being personally attacked right now by a senator or a senator candidate.
Being Jewish doesn't mean you have to endorse a genocide, my brother.
I'm not. I haven't made any comments about the war in the Middle East. I'm just saying I want to work with the Jewish community since I'm Jewish myself.
Okay, this is off topic, so we'll go ahead.
We're gonna end the rebuttal period. We're gonna end the rebuttal.
We're gonna switch over to Knott's Feelings. Knott's Feelings, it is your turn to answer the question. Did you like me to repeat it?
I got it. Thank you. The most important quality for a leader in the state of Ridgeway, and in any community, in fact, there's a box on the stage. That caught me off guard. The most important quality. This is prison. Insane. The most important quality, of course, is standing up for those who don't have a voice to stand up for themselves. And that's what I've been doing in my law firm for the past year and a half at this point. Those people, these citizens around us who do not have a voice to advocate for themselves, seek out people in politics, in the law, who will advocate on their behalf. I've done it for my clients time and time again, and I'm ready to do it for you guys too.
I have a rebuttal.
Okay, you have 40 seconds.
That was a very nice chat GTP speech. I yield.
I'll share my screen right now.
Okay,
We
so
don't
I
need
just
your
want.
screen.
As you delete it, as you close the tab.
All right, let's stay on topic. I'm going to start my poll on my screen. If you look at my camera, it's another Slido poll. So if you want to scan the QR code or join at that link, and feel free to vote on who you think is winning the elections. Robin, did you want to ask your question now, or did you want to wait
Yeah,
until we get
so
to the?
I have some personal questions for two of the senators that I have. The first one, it's gonna be directed to Mr. Gray's Revenge. My question for you is, I'm not gonna speak for everyone here, but I have never heard of your name before, and I have no clue who you are. So could you tell us and the audience a little bit about yourself and how you're qualified to be a senator?
Yes, no worries about that.
60
So I was in the original Bridgeway community. I served. I was in the Studs per Second group, and then also the security group. So I was a mailman and the whatever banker guy. I didn't really get far past that because I focused on other row communities. I was in state of Mayflower, OG, and I held multiple positions from captain in the LPD, sergeant in Navy County Sheriff's Office, and various other positions in like MPBS. So while I don't have a lot of experience in Ridgeway, I'm not that known here. I do have experience in other row communities, and I feel that I can definitely translate those qualities and experiences to here. I mean, it's not much different. It's just a different community. The characteristics that you need are going to be the same.
Okay. I'm not gonna ask for a rebuttal unless someone really wants one for the guy explaining who he is. But okay, let me move on with my next question. This one's gonna be directed to Mr. Snake Lord 13, and my question for you is, as you can see, you've currently been put in a box. You are currently in a jail cell. Uh, Apparently, according to the other candidates here, you are a felon. So I just wanted you to comment on whatever your felony was and anything you have to say to the audience here about it.
My lawyer is working on. I'm gonna make no comment at this time. If everyone cares so much as to ask me a question about this, then do your research. I'm not gonna answer this. Thank you.
Okay.
I have a follow up.
He received media training. He's smart.
He's
All right,
on
let's stop
fire!
playing
What
around.
the fuck?
All right,
Follow
let's stop
follow up,
playing
Mr.
around.
Snake Lord. Mr. Snake Lord, why will you
Okay, so we're
not
gonna move
answer to
back
the
to our
citizens?
questions. We're gonna move back to our questions.
I
So we're gonna
chose
go
not to.
into the executive section.
He's scared.
And that question is going to be, how do you plan to work with the governor to pass legislation? And we'll start off with Snake Lord 13 for this one.
This one's pretty simple. I have talked to um a few of the governor candidates, and it's not like we are anywhere like God, excuse me. We're fine talking to each other. There's no dispute or anything, so I don't think this would be an issue whatsoever. I mean, I'm fine with communicating. I'm just a little bit nervous right now. That does not make me any less qualified than someone else on this stage. So, yeah, all I have to say. Thank you.
Okay, any rebuttals? Hearing none, seeing none, scuba dive, it is your turn.
All right. Well, how am I going to pass this legislation? Well, I know I've talked to Mango a couple times, and I've talked to Frank, and I know BR pretty well. And I'm going to just develop a good relationship with them, maybe become friends, and then we can pass this legislation and get what the Ridgeway citizens need. Okay, and that's about it. I yield the rest of my time.
Any rebuttals? Hearing none, seeing none, Grays.
Yes, I will work as well. I mean, obviously, we don't know who the governor is going to be right now. But whenever we do figure out, and if I do become a senator, I will make sure to work with the governor and fellow senators on shared priorities, which will consist of like clear communication and mutual respect. It's important that we have a good medium set so that we can discuss items fairly and equally. We just want to make sure that we're all respecting each other and making sure that we are getting stuff completed on both of our agendas. I yield. I yield my time.
Okay. Any rebuttals? Hearing none, seeing none. Nott's feelings.
Yeah. Um, I think the most important thing to remember is that the governor does not always have the best interest of the citizens in mind. There have been numerous times in Ridgeway's history where the governor has violated people's civil rights, where they have removed due process from people, where they have done generally whatever the hell they want, right? To help them, to help their friends, to push their agenda. When those things are against, the welfare of the citizens. And while it's important to work with the governor when they do have best interests in mind, it's equally important to stand up to the governor when they don't. All I'm hearing from the other senators is they're going to work with the governor, become friends with the governor, be a pushover for the governor. I'm the only candidate here who's offering to stand up when the going gets tough.
Pretty Sigma. I'm not gonna lie.
Any rebuttals?
Oh yeah, I definitely have a rebuttal to that. Oh my god.
Okay. We'll do 30 seconds for this one.
Look, Notch, you can say anything you want about my personal character, but it's just not true. You know, if there is an issue with the governor and the lieutenant governor, obviously I'll stand up for the Ridgeway people. I mean, it's just kind of self-evident. But it's important to foster relationships with those in higher office, especially in the governor and lieutenant governor spots, to get what we need, our legislative agenda sorted and get it through. Because if we don't, they can
10
just
seconds.
veto it. All right. Well, obviously you know that because you kind of taught me that kind of stuff in the past. But yeah.
Also, like the rebuttal, please.
Okay. 30 seconds.
The question was about how you work with the governor. So I think all the candidates besides you answered that directly, and I think all of us, like a snake or Scuba said, we would all obviously stand up against the governor if he was clearly corrupt and going against the citizens. But to criticize us because we aren't answering the question what was asked of us, it's not good. I don't want a senator who's going to be like that, who avoids the question and criticize others.
I hear you. I don't think you guys, really took it seriously, though. You can work with the governor all day, but all I hear from you is we're going to work with him. We're going to be friends. What's going to happen when the governor turns around and tries to enact a policy that puts our fellow citizens in line for deportation? Where's the due process? Vince Vant tried it. Who stood up?
Like I said, if the governor does try to go against the rights of the citizens, then obviously you go against the governor. But again, that wasn't the question. It was how you work with the governor.
Okay, I
Good
think we can move on.
Okay. So on our third topic, this will be an agenda. We'll start from the left to the right again, as you see on your screen. So Snake Lord 13 will be starting this one. And the question is, what is the biggest issue in Ridgeway, and how do you plan to solve it using legislation?
One of the biggest issues, like I agree with Scuba Dive Danny, like the state of Ridgeway, like we all want to protect the state of Ridgeway, right? How are we going to do this when all the people who have been here since the beginning leave, right? We have nowhere to move on because no one else will have experience because people, like Knott's feelings, not to call him out, but he's been here since before I have, and he's been doing this stuff since the beginning. I think that we should definitely give new people a shot, whether it's me, whether it's Scuba Dive Danny, whether it's Gray's Revenge, like literally anybody different. Because how else are we going to build that experience so that the time comes when everyone else is gone that we're going to rebuild? How are we going to keep functional government when everyone else has no experience? That's not how this works. You can't just keep hiring the same people over and over again. Thank you.
Would anybody like to rebuttal that? Hearing none, seeing none. Scuba, it's your turn to answer.
So yeah, as Snake Lord said, I'm on the same page as him here, and it's important to get new people in. Like I got a very good example of this. Recently, I was in the State Guard, and there was an opportunity for me to join RNG through that pathway. And I just hope other departments somewhat adopt this, maybe find a pipeline to let's see through police departments, have like civilian employees, have something like that going on. Just working with the development team on that. Because this is perfect. We just pushed, was it? I think it was 90 new candidates for RNG, well, the pipeline. And I feel like that is a great example of what Ridgeway needs to do. All right. Get more people in departments, get more people into different businesses, and get it done because we want these new players in our game to keep it alive, to keep it going. And I yield the rest of my time.
Any rebuttals? Hearing none, seeing none. Grays, it's your turn.
Can you repeat the question? I have Alzheimer's.
Sure. It's what is the biggest issue in Ridgeway, and how do you plan to solve it using legislation?
Ooh, it's a good question, Mr. Moderator. I think the biggest problem in Ridgeway is the discrimination against minority groups and each other. Every day I see people in the streets being rude to each other, just disrespecting each other, calling each other slurs. This isn't right. Ridgeway should be a group filled with wholesomeness. This includes all our minority groups like Asians, African Americans, Native Americans, Jews, most importantly, my community.
Let's please try and stay off the topic of race, religion, sexuality, gender, all that stuff.
Okay. All right. Do you want me to change course then?
Yeah, if it's going to relate to that, just keep it focused on Ridgeway.
I'm gonna add 30 seconds to your clock to change the response. Starting now.
Thank you. All right. Okay. Second biggest problem in Ridgeway is the corruption. There's a lot of shit going on. Y'all be seeing it in the newsfeed. Alder Group, Alma Group and Plumber Tom has been doing a good job at reporting on it. With corruption, especially in the government, there's going to be no success in the group, and Ridgeway will die, just like the last Ridgeway. So my goal would be to handle that corruption, especially in the government, make sure Ridgeway stays alive. God bless.
Any rebuttals? Hearing none, seeing none. Not's feelings. It's your turn.
Can I get the question again, please?
Sure. It is. What is the biggest issue in Ridgeway, and how do you plan to solve it using legislation?
Oh, yes. I agree with Grace. There is a large problem with corruption, as identified by my campaign. However, that's not the largest issue we have. The largest issue we have is that you cannot play this game in a peaceful manner anymore. And this is because of a couple reasons. First of all, you get shot and blown out no matter what. You run around, people shoot you just for walking or just for driving. Empowering law enforcement to hire more, to be more active, and ensuring that they have the proper jurisdiction to do their jobs through legislation will help cut down on the violent crime our citizens are facing. And the second prong is that we have to make it easier to access justice. If citizens cannot seek long-term retribution for those who commit violent crimes against them, we will never see an end to the violent crime. The short-term gratification of violent crime, there's no consequences. You can bail yourself out with what, 25 Robux? If we don't create long-term penalties, long-term consequences, we will never, ever see a reduction in violent crime.
Any rebuttals?
Yes, I'd like to rebuttal.
30
Oh,
seconds.
God.
I
30
believe this is just more of a way for him to stay in power and keep everyone else who is trying to gain experience through this opportunity out of the picture, right? If we're going to keep their criminal record there for longer or whatever he's proposing that it costs more Robux, whatever it is, he's trying to make it so that it's harder for criminals to rehabilitate. If you're a criminal and you're
Criminals should
listening,
not
no,
join
no,
police
no,
departments.
Please do
I'm
not interrupt. Please do not interrupt the candidate. Please do not
Legislature. I know you
please do
think that
not.
felons should be
Please
able
do
to
not
join the state
interrupt the
legislature,
candidate.
but they should not.
Moderators,
They should
moderators,
not.
please.
Decorum,
Moderators,
decorum,
moderators.
Commit
decorum.
felonies. If you commit
Decorum.
felonies, you should not be able to.
Moderators. Moderators.
Okay, just a note to the candidates. Yelling moderators over and over does not actually contribute to maintaining decorum. If you could please let the moderators do their job and not yell moderators, it will contribute to decorum during the debate. We're going to continue on in the regular format now. Please be respectful.
Am I continuing rebuttaling, or are we starting a new question? Or what?
You had like 5 seconds left. I will extend your
Alright, well,
timer by 15 seconds if you want.
sure, I'll take it.
All right.
But basically, what Walter Not Feelings is trying to do is he's trying to keep people from rehabilitating, right? If you have a criminal record and you want to change that, like this guy's literally a public defender. How or whatever he is, he's something to do with the DOJ and public defense. But he wants to make it so it's harder
He
for
doesn't even
criminals to
know.
rehabilitate. It doesn't matter if I don't know, but you publicly defend people, right? So why are you trying to make it harder for your clients? That's ridiculous.
Every criminal is entitled to
okay,
criminal
okay.
defense.
Just-
Not every criminal should be let into
So
the
you're gonna
government.
rebuttal the rebuttal. Okay.
Okay,
Alright,
let's
I'm
go ahead
done.
and move on to the next
I have
question.
a rebuttal. I have a
I
rebuttal.
rebuttal too if I'm able to speak.
Okay, here's what I'll do. I'll do an open floor for 30 seconds. You people got to spit it out within 30 seconds.
Well, all I'm gonna
Go.
say is that they're both kind of onto something, but if you have a criminal record, people who have been legal citizens who have not gotten in trouble should have priority over those who have done criminal acts. But
Amen.
that should not blacklist people who are trying to be better from getting into some of these departments.
It's not a blacklist. You can violent crime.
I agree, but
In the
it
same
needs to
week,
be
you're out
it needs to
here
go both ways.
You're out here joining the department.
Ways. It's a
You're
video
here
game.
trying to get.
It needs to go both ways.
Video game.
All right, calm
video game,
down,
it needs to-
calm down,
They
calm
wanna-
down,
That's
calm
time.
down.
Time.
Time. Okay, we're
Okay,
gonna move
moving
on.
on to our last question, which will be, I think, a very good one for this, kind of fitting with all the new faces that we have. So we're going to be talking about politics, and the question that I have that'll go down the way, starting with Snake Lord, is: are you qualified? Do you know how to write legislation, and will you be able to help effectively govern our state?
Alright, if you guys want me to be completely honest, I'm not an expert legislator writer. I'm sure that Knott's Feelings knows how to write legislation, but the difference between knowing how to write legislation and your ideas of legislation are very important, right? I can learn, right? I can always learn. It's not as easy to change your views and ideas. I want it to be easier for citizens, not for cops. There's always going to be a law that makes it easier for a cop. It shouldn't always be like that. I'm not just protecting criminals, I'm protecting everyone. It should be equal and fair. It's not always going to be an advantage for them, and I have to work past that, right? We want to keep our state safe. So why don't we give everyone equal opportunity? This guy's all about law, but he doesn't want equal opportunity for criminals. Like that's not how that works. So in general, I mean, I can learn, I can reference other bills and just like reference them and what they did to write the bill. I mean, all it is writing, right? As long as you put your idea onto paper and show how it will work, then that's the bill, right? I can reference this, I can do this. But changing your ideas is much more difficult than that. And that's not always going to be what you want. Thank you.
Any rebuttals?
Yes, sir. Please.
30 seconds.
Mr. Snake Lord, it is in fact equal opportunity. You had equal opportunity until you threw it away by committing a felony. That's on you, not on me.
Red herring, by the way. That's a red herring.
No, it's not.
You just drove away from
Good
the
try,
argument
though.
entirely. You just drove
What
away
I
from
think
the argument.
is relevant is that you completely neglect to remember about expungements. If you commit crimes and you wait without doing more crime, you can get an expungement. For you, only one crime. What's the waiting period?
Can I rebuttal to this?
7 days? 10 days?
7 days, but it was the same crime that they haven't prosecuted me for in the past. That's not how that
Time
works,
is
okay?
How dare you have to wait?
Okay, Moving on,
How dare I
Scuba,
have to
it
wait?
is your turn
Oh.
to answer the question.
Oh, hey there, guys. As these two guys are carrying on arguing about their petty little stuff, I'm going to just talk about you guys. Alright? It's pretty simple. My legislative experience has been spanning so long. I've been on this platform too long, honestly. But I've been in Noosa, Ofusa, like outstanding founders. I was in the Senate for that. And Broadview County, some people may have heard that name before. But I've done legislative experience throughout then. And I'm a political science student in real life. I have a pretty general idea on how to write bills. So, look, it's just simple as that, man.
I'm gonna have to
Look.
head out. Sorry to interrupt. If you want to add some more time, Robin, if you want to take over from this point.
Get Steve Maker
I'll
up
take-
here.
All right,
Yeah,
hold
see
up.
if Sif is here.
So I'm gonna be inviting Seif Maker
right.
up to the
Bye, y'all.
stage. I
Alright,
have
bye.
invited Seif Maker. Okay, I think Seif Maker fell asleep. I guess I'm gonna be taking over.
That's all good, man. That's all good.
Did you finish with your response, Scuba?
Basically, I'm experienced. I'm just ready to go. I'm ready to start writing bills for these people. All right. I'll yield the rest of my time to Grace, man.
All right, hold up, Seif Maker. Hello. Could you use your bike ride there, Seif?
Chief Maker, where you at?
I don't think he can use his mic. It's over. Okay. I'm gonna be taking over fully then. One moderator. Let's continue. Let me get back on track here.
I believe in you,
Okay.
Robin 5D.
We're going with Grays. Do you need me to repeat the question?
Oh yes, please.
Okay, the question was, are you qualified? Do you know how to write legislation? And will you be able to help effectively govern our state? You have 60 seconds.
Yes, I am qualified. In New Haven County, I did serve as a senator, state of Mayflower. I would screen share and show some of my bills that I've written, but I can't screen share, unfortunately. I do have, like I said previously, I do have experience in the Senate. So vote Gray's Revenge. I'll represent the Jewish community. Mazel tov, vote Gray's Revenge.
Okay. Does anyone have any rebuttals?
I have a question for Mr. Grades.
I'll
Yeah.
allow it. 30 seconds.
Grades, are you being influenced by CIPAC, the Mayflower Jewish Relations Committee? Is that influencing you in Ridgeway right now?
What are you talking about? That doesn't. Are you?
CIPAC, the
I don't know what that
lobby
is.
group for Israel.
I don't know what that is.
Classic.
We are gonna disengage from this topic. We're gonna disengage.
Oh, Penny. Penny.
Please look at Ridgeway General Chat.
We are going to disengage and continue. We're gonna move on to Mr. Knott's feelings. Do you need me to repeat the question?
Could you?
Actually, did I offer a rebuttal there?
Dude, why am I a kangaroo, man?
Okay, no
What's
one wants
going on?
Okay. The question was, are you qualified? Do you know how to write legislation? And will you be able to help effectively govern our state? You have 60 seconds.
Yes.
Is
That's
that
all.
the
That's it.
Okay.
You
Okay.
asked a straightforward question. You got a straightforward answer.
Is there
Yes.
are there any rebuttals?
Rebuttal.
What'd she say?
I rebuttal.
30 seconds.
Could you please elaborate more, Mr. Not So Feelings? I believe senators should be able to explain themselves as well.
Yes,
I
I
do not
was
appreciate the
Oh.
one sentence response.
I'll give Knott's feelings.
Okay,
30
sure. Let's elaborate. I was the lieutenant governor, and I've previously served as a senator where I proposed the legislation which now creates the Bar Association, and actually took the Ridgeway Bar Association outside of DO and brought it back to the people to be something organized under the player government. Without my legislation, that would have never happened. We would still be lacking, qualified lawyers, and we'd be struggling to find people to represent crooks like Snake Lord.
All right, that's time.
Can I rebuttal that? You
No.
just called me corrupt.
Wait, what do you
man.
mean no? Let him rebuttal.
I'm not giving infinite rebuttals. All
He
That's
has
right.
not
no
infinite
proof.
rebuttals.
He has
They-
no
We
proof.
were
Okay, having
already
criminal
in
record
a
doesn't make you.
double rebuttal.
No
Okay,
proof.
we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. We're gonna ask some personal questions that I have made up. Also, I believe, one moment, please. The Alder group has posted a senatorial debate poll in hashtag newsfeed. If the audience would please fill that out for them, be very helpful. All right, we're going to be moving on to the next question for all the senators, and that is, I know we went over this before with what is the biggest issue in Ridgeway, but I was more so looking to see what are some specific pieces of legislation that you will write and pass into law if you are elected as a senator. What is some specific pieces of your agenda, some specific changes to state law that you want to do? So we're going to begin with Mr. Snakelord, 60 seconds.
I'm sorry, I had to do something in the real world. Can you repeat the question?
The question was, what are some specific changes to state law that you want to pass as a senator? What are some specific pieces of your agenda that you would pass as a senator?
So part of this would be to make laws like less elongated. Like most of legislation, like actually like statutes together, but what I mean is the definitions of them are like really drawn out, and they give these like confusing examples in some scenarios. I can't tell you which one is specific, but if you tried to do law before, or if you have done law and found yourself a little bit confused on that, then join my server and put it in the bill suggestions, because it's not only about what I have as my ideas, it's about what you have as your ideas, which is where you tell me what you want to see done, and I'll try and make that happen. Thank you.
Okay. Does anyone have a rebuttal? Okay, seeing no rebuttals, we're going to be moving on. Scuba Dive Danny, do you need me to repeat the question that was asked?
No, I pretty got it
All
down.
right, 60 seconds.
All right. So recently, I've been reading up on what the Senate's been doing recently, and it's not a long list, unfortunately. I was hoping for a bit more, but I saw on there a Legal Apprenticeship Authorization Act, Senate Bill 810, and I think that's an amazing bill, and I want to expand upon that. Right. So long and short of it, basically, is authorizing people to engage in limited legal practice for up to 60 days. I want more stuff like this. I want stuff for cops. I want stuff for businesses. I want people to learn and have fun and be able to get engaged with the community. All right, and obviously you've heard throughout the debate me mentioning bringing new people in, and that's my big part of my every piece of legislation will be building towards that. You would rest my time to graze.
Okay, does anyone have any rebuttals?
I have a rebuttal.
Okay,
Oh
30
my
seconds.
gosh.
I just want to point out, we say we like the Legal Apprenticeship Authorization Act. We already have this. Paralegals in Ridgeway are licensed. They have a limited scope of practice. Expungements, habeas corpus with the supervision of certified attorneys, civil cases with supervision, among other things, including administrative cases which help people who have been wrongfully dismissed from their departments. We already have legal apprenticeships. This is the key example, everyone, of what is happening
I'm gonna
where the
stop you right there.
senators legislate the same issues over and over and over again.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
Every time.
Your time has
You're-
expired.
We
Can
cannot
I rebuttal this?
we
Can I
cannot sit
rebuttal this?
here.
Hold up. Time has expired. I will allow Scuba Dive 20 seconds.
I
to
wasn't
rebuttal.
saying that's what I'm gonna do. I'm saying that's already been done. I'm saying I'm gonna expand upon that. We need to
Roll the
expand
clip.
upon that. So you can roll it. You may have misheard me or not. I've said I've seen the legislative agenda, and that's what I've saw on there. All right. I want to expand upon that. Are you against giving people jobs? Like, hello, I want to get people involved in the
I'm not.
community.
I'm against legislative
Yeah,
inefficiency.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
that I'm not.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll open
not-
the floor for another 30 seconds.
Keep
if you-
it
if
I'm
you
not.
sufficient.
I'm
feel-
not. I'm not
Keep
saying that's what I'm
being
going to
efficient.
do.
We're
I'm
going
not
to
saying
sit here and we're going to legislate the same issues over and over again when the people have adequate and real issues that they want us to address.
But
Why
what do
aren't
you
we
mean we're
addressing
gonna
violent
redo
crime?
it? What do you mean I'm gonna just put the same shit out there? It's already been done. I already said that. I'm saying I want to expand upon that.
Hey,
alright?
Mr.
I
Expand
Not So
how?
Feelings. Mr.
Expand it
Not So
how?
Feelings. Mr.
wanna
Not So
expa-
Feelings.
you should have listened to my 30-second spiel or 45-second
I did
spiel.
listen.
wait,
I
I
did
just
listen.
Mr.
How
Mr.
many
All right,
Mr.
we're
Mr.
gonna
Not
we're
So
gonna
Feelings.
we're gonna
Mr.
we're
Not
gonna
So
limit
Feelings.
the time
done?
there.
Mr.
We're gonna limit the
Mr.
time there.
even
We're
Gray's
gonna-
heard it. Even
We're
Gray's heard it.
gonna limit the time there, and we're gonna continue on with the questions. So, okay, it'll be Grace, yes. Do you need me to
Yes.
repeat the question, Grace?
No, I've got it.
Okay, 60 seconds.
I will introduce CPAC from state of Mayflower to Ridgeway. I want to support my Jewish community. That will be one of my priorities. So I feel like there's a large population here in Ridgeway that is underrepresented. I also work on other things such as crime and stuff like that. But we will introduce CPAC here. Work how it works in Mayflower, city of Mayflower. Will introduce laws to support everyone around the city of Mayflower. And state of Ridgeway.
Freudian slip.
Yeah, going on CPAC. The CPAC Act will not just focus on Jews, but it'll focus on a large variety of things. For example, crime, discrimination, hatefulness, other issues like that in Ridgeway County, especially the ones in game. I've witnessed
10
it
seconds.
myself. It needs to be solved. CPAC Act will be my priority. Thank you all.
Any
Also,
rebuttals?
Yeah, I have a rebuttal.
30 seconds.
Please rebuttal, Mr. Not So Feelings.
Quick question. What the hell?
What,
What are you
It's not a
talking about?
question.
what do you mean? What am I talking about?
What are you talking about? You want to bring in a Mayflower lobbying group to Ridgeway?
No.
We don't even have a synagogue in the game because our developers have not introduced religion to Ridgeway.
Ridgeway isn't in Clark County. What do you mean developers? Why does developers need to support religion? That sounds like religion is controlled.
We don't have a synagogue. Is what I'm telling you. There is not a synagogue in the game.
You don't need one.
Why do we need a religious based lobbying organization?
We need one because, like I mentioned earlier, the Jewish community, along with other groups, are underrepresented in our community.
Okay,
example,
we're gonna move on. I'm gonna limit it there. We're gonna move on to the.
I'm being
next
attacked
question.
and being silenced right now. Just an FYI to everyone out there. CPAC will not let
Okay,
this happen.
we're gonna move on to Mr. Knott's feelings. Do you need me to repeat the question at all?
Yes, please.
Okay, the question was, what are some specific pieces of your agenda? What are some specific pieces of legislation that you want to pass and write into state law?
Yes. There's a couple things. Number one relates to the efficiency of our judicial processes. If someone shoots you dead in the street, it should not take you 7 days to get them in court, and then 7 days for them to declare, oh, the guy didn't show up to court, and then 7 more days after that for them to tell the sheriff to go get your money. It needs to be quicker. It's better for the judiciary, and it's better for the citizens if it's quicker. And we can look at racketeering charges. Groups like EBK or whatever, Section 8 sounding name, who run around shooting people just because they think it's fun, should be prosecuted. They should be put in prison. They should be targeted as a group because they're operating as a group. And that's the only way they're able to be so efficient. Until we
Keyword
do
is
these
target.
things, yes, we should target the criminals like you.
Okay.
I rebuttal.
Ooh, scary.
Anyway, okay, what I'll do is I'll open the floor for 40
No,
seconds
let me
for anyone
speak.
who wants
Let
to
me
rebuttal.
speak.
Any
Let me speak.
Hold up, buddy. I will open
Buddy.
the floor to anyone for 40 seconds to rebuttal.
All right. Yeah.
Starting
everyone
now.
else, all right. So, like we were talking about earlier, this is a Roblox game. Why are you so stern on people? If they want to rehabilitate, let them rehabilitate. Let them join a department. Don't fucking.
They're
be
not
a dick.
rehabilitating. They're shooting people actively. They'd shoot you in the
Okay,
street if they saw you.
Yes, I understand. There's some people like that, like terrorist organizations and gang.
That's what we're talking about.
But we're also talking about the people who want to change their lives. Maybe they are from gangs. They're like,
Then they should wait and prove that they can stop their crime.
But you just said you just said you never want to let them back. Never.
That's not what I said.
That is wrong. That is wrong. We support our people.
You can expunge. Anyone can expunge a record
come back
on good cause shown.
But
expunge
that's not what you said. That's not what you said.
Expunge it,
Mr. Candidate. Mr. Candidate, that's not what you said. You said you want them gone forever.
No.
Nope,
Okay, we're gonna cut it there. We're gonna cut it
Mazel
there.
tov.
That question
Mazel
off
tov.
there. Okay. Just a moment. Apologies, we're having some technical difficulties.
No worries, Mr. Moderator.
Okay, I have the next question here now. We're gonna start with Snake Lord 13, of course. This will be to all the senators. What role does listening and compromise play in effective leadership? You have 60 seconds, Snake Lord.
So as I mentioned before, I've agreed on certain topics with some of my peers here, but not everyone gives a fair debate. I'm willing to listen to their opinions. I'm willing to compromise with what is going to be done in the Senate and who's going to win and what they're going to do. But if I can change it so that it goes the way that the people want it and not just a certain group of people, of voters, of whatever, then I will do that because I believe that everyone is equal and deserves an equal opinion. And I want to represent everyone. I want to give everyone their chance at doing and wanting what they want to see in the government can happen if they vote for me. But with these other guys, I think they're like a few of them, like Knott's feelings in specific. I think he's here for personal opinion so that he has more court cases, more fun things to do. I really don't know what his motives are, but it appears to me that he
He's very
isn't
greedy.
he isn't working for the people. He's working for himself. Thank you.
I agree.
Okay, any rebuttals?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna
not
give
this
you.
guy again.
Okay,
Not this guy
okay,
again.
hold
Here
up.
comes
Make
every
our
single
Calm
rebuttal
down.
after
Decorum. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I have to go AFK for a minute, so you can have the floor for like 60 seconds until I get back to rebuttal. Floor is open for anyone. Have fun.
Oh,
Be
all
back.
right. So how's the wife and kids, guys? I'm missing.
I'm being
they're so
silenced,
good.
everyone. I would like
They're so
to
good.
make note to everyone that
How are you
I'm being
doing?
Well,
silenced.
guys, I
They
honestly wish there was more
silencing
seats
the
for all of
minority.
us, all right? I think
Sure.
this would have been a fun Senate if all of us just got a seat, mate. I'm going to be honest.
That's true.
That would have been fun.
That's true.
It
It
would
would
have
have been fun.
interesting.
Wait till next election. I'll see if my
Yeah,
Would have been
voters
fun.
stay loyal.
Snake Lord, you
That's
can expunge
my
your record
now,
by the
but-
time there's the next election.
Oh, he's
I-
And then you'll be good.
It's about the reputation. A lot of people
Do
don't
you
like
want me
me,
to
but
help you expunge your record? I can help you.
He's going to give that out. Oh,
no,
man.
I have a public
Shameless
defender.
plug for my
Yep.
law firm.
I mean, just look at that face. It's only a face a mother could love, man.
Oh
Like,
come
holy
on, this is
shit.
We
this.
love Jews. We love Jews. We love Jews.
It's like, great. So
This
are you
guy
actually
this guy
Jewish?
needs a new character trait or something. Good
Are
lord.
so are you actually Jewish, or is it like an act?
No,
I'm just trying to. I'm being honest.
It's not a knack. I would not make
Why-
fun of.
where's your
Jewish
yarmulke?
community like this.
Where is your yarmulke,
I
sir?
think it's under his hat.
Is it under the hat?
When your
Yeah,
supporters
it's
are
under the
back
hat.
there, dude. When your supporters.
And to the people asking me why I have a Clark County accent, I was born and raised in Clark County, but I've moved to Ridgeway recently.
I had
That's
a.
what we want. That's
like-
what we want. We want more people.
I had a good.
Yes, we
had a
we
good
need
2-week run
immigrants.
of that.
We need immigrants.
Hey,
Okay,
can
I'm
I
back.
address something
I'm back.
that no, tragic.
Well, I may have cut
Okay.
this short. I'm getting a nosebleed.
we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. I have my fried chicken here, graciously prepared by Tom's Takeout. So we're gonna
Can you
move
move? You
on.
took my spot. You took my spot. Can you move?
Give me
Uh-oh,
Thank
there's a
you.
So we're gonna move to Scuba Dive Danny. Do you need me to repeat the question?
Yeah, please do, man. I've been just like.
Okay, the question was, what role does listening and compromise play in effective leadership? You have 60 seconds.
Alright, it's all bipartisanship, alright? We need to get shit sent through the Senate, you know? And listening to your constituents helps you understand what they need to get through, alright? Get into law. Right? Because if I'm not listening to anyone, then I'm not doing my job. It's important as a senator to know that. And if you don't do that, you should be looking for a different job because that doesn't help anyone if you don't listen. And communication's a big part too. You need to communicate with your other senators, see if you can get support behind a certain bill that you want to get passed. It's all part of this job. I yield my time to Grace.
All right, any rebuttals? Okay, seeing no rebuttals, we're gonna move on to Gray's Revenge. Do you need the question repeated at all?
Yes, please repeat it.
Okay, the question was, what role does listening and compromise play in effective leadership? You have 60 seconds.
Listening and compromise. I think this is kind of self-explanatory. To be a good leader, you have to be a good listener. You take ideas coming from everyone, especially the Jewish community. Then you use those ideas, create compromise with the people who need it. For example, the troublemakers around here. I got one troublemaker to my left. Not so feelings. But yeah, those are the people who you have to compromise with. But you take that listening skills, use compromise, and you got a done deal. Mazel tov.
Okay, any rebuttals? Seeing no rebuttals, we're gonna move on. Mr. Nuts Feelings, you need the question repeated?
No, sir.
All right, you got 60 seconds.
I'll make it quick. Listening is very important because you come from a very specific set of views when you come into a job like this. You have all your experiences, and that's all you're basing your opinion off. If you don't listen to people with different experiences, say you're making a bill regarding emergency services, if you don't listen to firefighters, if you don't listen to police officers, if you don't listen to the National Guard, and you only listen to the viewpoints of one specific group, you're not creating a bill that actually helps everyone. You have to compromise between all these interested stakeholders because they're all interested. They're all subject to the terms of the legislation that you're putting forward, and they should have an option to put their thoughts forward for it as well.
Okay, then, anyone have any rebuttals?
I have a rebuttal.
Okay,
Here we go.
I'll open the floor for 45 seconds. Go.
Okay, so
Wait,
I'm gonna
why?
start. I'm gonna start off because he's questioning stuff. Knott's Feelings has stated that he wants it to be more open, right? That was my entire platform this entire time. It appears that everyone else, but specifically Knott's Feelings in his um question answering, like completely like took over my platform and just restated.
Do you have a single
these
issue
things.
platform, or
I don't have a single issue platform. This is like the main part of my platform, though. So
okay, you have subpoints?
not what I said.
Grays, you can also say something. Yeah, that's fine.
That's all right. I'm letting them talk. Why are we laughing?
I honestly don't know why they're laughing. I'm being completely serious right now.
Okay,
This is not
so
a funny
hold
thing.
on,
This is the
hold
senator
phone,
for
the phone,
Ridgeway.
all the phone. We're
Oh, the
gonna.
phone.
Okay, buddy, you're server muted. Anyway, we're gonna move on. There's no more questions, so what we're gonna move on to, we're gonna have a 60 seconds free for all, just like the gubernatorial debates. You guys are gonna be able to break the debate rules and just say whatever, talk about whatever and talk over each other. I will
Oh.
remind the candidates that Discord
Robin,
TOS and the server
Robin.
rules still apply.
Gray's Revenge was just assassinated.
How did he just die?
Oh,
No, he
God.
was shot, probably.
Okay, well, Lee Harvey Oswald will not be infiltrating the debate today.
Oh god.
So,
oh no.
you got it. Okay, they got him again. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the free for all, and right after that, we're gonna have closing statements. We're gonna have 45-second closing statements from each senator. So I'm gonna start the free for all now. 60 seconds.
I might have to cut short because I'm having a nosebleed right now and it's trying to tissues.
Oh, hope you're okay.
Yeah.
No, I
Grace
I
has
give him
been.
a lot.
Can we unmute my co-candidate?
I forgot I muted. I forgot I muted him. My bad. I'll extend the timer by 10 seconds.
It
All
was
right.
quiet
Well,
in here.
while I was assassinated, I did lose my hat, but under the hat, of course, was my yarmulke.
Of course, yeah.
Respectable.
Yeah. Well,
All right. So what are we talking about?
I mean, I think it's a free floor.
I don't know. I don't really have any
vote
interest
for me,
in. Like,
guys. I'll get shit done. There you go. So
you sound like you're heckling me on the street.
yeah, exactly, mate.
Jesus
Again,
Christ.
just a reminder: if you do vote for me, we will bring CPAC to Ridgeway County.
Will you be meeting
Hey.
with will you be meeting with Muslim leaders?
With who? Sorry.
The Muslim leaders of this community?
Yeah, are you gonna
Muslim
meet them?
leaders. Yes, exactly. That was I was gonna say that. Compromise is important. For example, like you, I think you're one of the Muslim leaders because you're wearing a costume, right?
Jesus Christ.
So I'll be working with you to make sure that we can create a safe relationship between my fellow Jews and your fellow
Inshallah,
Muslims.
we will have freedom in the state of Ridgeway. Peace and security.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna
This is
move
wonderful.
on.
Vote me for senator.
We're gonna move on to the closing statements. We're gonna go left to right once again. I'm gonna offer each candidate 45 seconds to make their closing statement. Nosebleed 13. You have 45 seconds starting now.
All right. Well, nosebleed 13 here speaking. Listen, I know you all know now about the criminal record, but I want to say that my poor driving skills will not determine our state's future, but rather my ideas that I have brought to the table, but also your ideas. Give me ideas. Like if I get into Senate, then you give me your ideas, and I'll try to get it passed as much as I can. I want you guys to give me your ideas so I can help you out. Whatever you want it is to do, unless it's something ridiculous like no more crimes exist, like something stupid like that. No, I want real ideas that could actually work
10
out
seconds.
and make our state better. I mean, all of us here are in disagreement about whatever, but we still want the state of Ridgeway to succeed. Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna move on to Scuba Dive Danny. 45 seconds starting now for your closing statement.
So firstly, I just want to say thanks to the moderators for hosting this amazing production here. It's been great. And I want to thank my current running opponents for honestly taking the time to talk and, air everything out. I want to say, as I've reiterated throughout this debate, I want to get people into Ridgeway, get people jobs, get people into departments so that we can keep the activity going and keep Ridgeway alive. Right? And I know before I stepped on stage, not a lot of you knew my name, but I hope now that you do. I just want to thank everyone for their time and for their support. I yield my time.
All right, we're gonna move on to Gray's Revenge. 45 seconds starting now.
Can you skip me? I'm having an emergency right now.
Oh,
I'm being called by
okay.
CPAC. There's a
We're gonna
crisis
do
ongoing.
we're gonna do
This
Nat's
is
feelings.
CPAC is not an emergency.
We're
What are
gonna
we
do,
talking about?
okay, calm down. We're gonna do Nat's feelings, and then we're gonna go back to him. So Nat's feelings. 45 seconds starting now.
Yeah, thank you all for listening. I hope you find it within me or find it within yourselves rather to vote for me. I think that there's a lot of work to be done to make the new Ridgeway actually last into the future. And I'm ready to get to work on your behalf to make sure that's the case. Don't forget, please, that it took a coup for this group to form. It took a coup in the face of corruption for this group to be of existence. And only by actions like that, where citizens stand up to what they believe in, where they stand up to those who try to oppress them, only through those
10
types of actions will we ever be able to reach a lasting legacy that we can all collectively be proud of. Thank you.
Okay. Gray's Revenge, are you ready, or you still having a...
Can we give like a 30-second intermission?
Okay, sure.
Classic pop hits from the last 30
I don't
years.
care.
The best music.
100.7 FM. Non-stop pop.
You can vote for me if you think I'm gonna do good. You can vote against me. At the end of the day, it comes down to this: that Ridgeway is our number one priority. Ridgeway should not be put last over.
This is a classic from London, one of the original girl bands from the 90s. This is All Saints with Pure Shores.
Gray's Revenge, are you ready yet?
Ready.
Okay, 45 seconds, starting now.
Iraq, Ridgeway, Ayaka,
Are you gonna need another 45 seconds after the say it in English?
Sure.
Okay.
Akzir it Amidena. Leyadaim.
This guy's just saying the alphabet. What is going on right now?
Ani Omed
Shalom.
Aura.
This is a violation of the server rules.
Shilke root. Bita kon. Vishi foot. Ane lo pole.
Okay, we're gonna end it off there. We're gonna end it off
Vote
there.
Gray's Revenge.
We're gonna end it off there.
Alright, let me
You-
translate it in
You
English.
can
now.
say it in English. Say it in English for another 45 seconds.
English.
Figuring out this translation.
yeah. Wait, you have to reverse.
I mean, the time is still running.
Alright, I got it.
ChatGPT is working in overtime right now. Come on.
What are you talking about?
I'm not saying it was a joke, it was a joke.
Yes, it better be a joke. Can I have 30 seconds added for interruptions, please?
No, you got 15 seconds. Still going.
If you elect me to Ridgeway, I will stand by your side. Together, we can restore Ridgeway to its
Only if
greatness.
you're Jewish.
Vote Gray's Revenge. Vote for CPAC. Vote for the Jewish community.
Okay, that's the time. All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Thank you, candidates. Thank you, audience. I just want to remind the audience to check hashtag newsfeed and answer the Alder Group's Senate debate poll. It would be very useful. We will post the results as soon as we have them. If you answer that poll, there's very few people answering it. So if we could have as many audience members as possible answer that poll, would be beautiful. All right, we're going to end the debate off there.
Wait,
Thank
I have
you,
a
everyone,
question.
for coming.
Nick Gordon
I
is
have a
fleeing.
question.
He's exiting stage left. He's fleeing
question.
once again.
I have a question.
The
I have a
cops are waiting
question.
behind the cage.
I'm not ending the stage. Someone else can end the stage if they want. So.
I will end the stage when I'm done.
Questions.
I
I'm
have
on
a
bail
question
right
for
now.
you, senators.
I'll end the stage when I'm done. He's
Oh, yeah.
go
How
ahead,
are
go
you
ahead, go
guys
ahead, go ahead.
doing? How are you guys doing?
Doing so bad.
Get ready for my
Who
arrival.
ended it?